You know, you try to, when you really are enjoying what it is you do, who needs balance? There's your balance. There's your balance.
That's Tilda Swinton in the film Michael Clayton. It was a performance that won her an Academy Award. Swinton's generating more awards buzz for her latest movie. Seth Doane has our Sunday profile.
I've spent quite a lot of my life over the last 15 years in the really honoured, privileged position of being close to people who are reaching the end of their lives. And then to make a film about it is a blessing on a blessing, really.
Do you process life through films in a way?
Maybe I do.
Drawing on those experiences helped Tilda Swinton earn an acting nomination for tonight's Golden Globes.
I think I deserve a good death.
In The Room Next Door, she portrays opposite Julianne Moore, a woman with a terminal cancer diagnosis. Her character, Martha, faces questions about how to live.
My first Martha, if you like, was Derek Jarman.
Derek Jarman was diagnosed with HIV in 1986. The director, artist, and gay activist cast Swinton in her first film, his Caravaggio. The Oscar winner credits Jarman with finding her a home in cinema and showing her how collaborative filmmaking could be. They made 7 feature films together before his death.
Heavens can witness.
In 1994.
I love none but him.
He modelled a kind of attitude to his dismount that I drew on, like, to my core, for myself. And in fact, I have reflected in the portrait of Martha.
You think about specific people as you're acting?
An attitude, yeah, that I've seen played out, that I've witnessed. But my parents, my children's beloved father, John Byrne, who died last year, it's been such a privilege to be in that hot seat beside them and seeing them face the inevitable with such dignity and humour and wit and just power.
These are for you.
You are a darling.
The Room Next Door is the first English-language feature film by Spanish director Pedro Almodóvar. Swinton's co-star, Julianne Moore, is another Academy Award winner.
He asked me who I wanted. It was her face that I saw at the end of the bed. It was her listening face that I felt was the right face.
Do you think I need to say goodbye to my closest friends?
I think you should do whatever you want to do.
Just want peace and quiet.
Tilda Swinton has made more than 80 films.
That's something that you search for your whole life, isn't it?
Winning that Oscar for the 2007 Michael Clayton. Still, Swinton says the big studio productions are the exception.
That woman, she is out to ruin us all.
She veers toward independent films,
Same person.
thriving in the experimental.
No difference at all.
A lot is made of how you use expression, your eyes. You can say so much without saying anything.
Well, I suppose I started in silent cinema with Derek Jarman. I actually prefer silent cinema.
Why?
I loved it first, and then when I started working with Derek, I found my comfort zone in front of a silent camera. I think it's a very rare screenplay that is able to approach what I'm really interested in, which is inarticulacy. I'm sitting here now, I sort of know what I want to say to you, but I'm trying to pull the words out my ear and they're coming out a little wrong.
Can you say it with your eyes?
Interested. Help! That's what I'm really interested in.
She's played a tortured mother in We Need to Talk About Kevin, and she's not exactly cuddly in the Almodóvar film.
What Michelle really missed was having a maternal figure in her life. And in this, I must admit, she was right.
But just before our interview, joking about some fabulous boots she was wearing,
I'll find a casual moment, just a casual moment.
we glimpsed another side of Swinton.
You've done a lot of films, but you can seem so serious.
Can I?
But like this, not at all. There's a curiosity and a warmth, and you jump out.
The jumping out I get, The seriousness I am a little confused by, but maybe...
What do you mean?
I am always doing comedy. I feel everything I do is funny, but I think maybe because I'm a shy person and I don't tend to smile with my teeth all over the place, there's been an assumption that there was more seriousness than nonsense, but there's a hell of a lot of nonsense.
You're a shy person?
Yeah.
You've picked a tough career, career for that.
I know, it's strange, isn't it? But I think so. What makes me most shy is being singled out.
So when she's alone on the red carpet, she finds that ensemble approach through fashion.
It's very playful. My relationship with fashion is entirely dependent on my relationship with certain individuals who are my friends, who happen to be some of the greatest designers in the world, who give me clothes. And that makes going out into a public arena when you are someone who is not an extrovert not only much easier, but actually possible.
When we met in Paris, she'd just flown in from a trip to China for Chanel.
Funnily enough, since I'm wearing this very military coat, I first fell in love with my father's uniforms. My mother was always in some nice silk dress, but I was really interested in my father's uniform.
She grew up the daughter of a military officer in an aristocratic family in Scotland. When we met, Swinton was looking forward to getting home to her remote seaside town in Scotland, where she raised twins, has an artist partner, Sandro Kopp, and a number of Springer Spaniels.
In reading about you, there are all these descriptions. An icon of androgynous beauty, and she naturally radiates a certain otherworldliness.
The otherworldliness does make me laugh a bit, because the truth is I look like the members of my family. I think the otherworldly might have something to do with the fact that I don't wear mascara and I'm very pale. As my grandmother would say, it would be a dull world if everybody felt the same. I don't feel otherworldly. I feel very much present.
Tilda Swinton is very much present, whether at an interview or as an actor. And in navigating Hollywood, those roots in Scotland help her find balance.
Maybe it's made me braver. You know, maybe I wouldn't be able to pack that small bag and engage in worlds that are very alien to where I come from if I didn't know I was going home to something that feels absolutely real to me.